I'm Olivia Miller.
And I'm Grace Allen.
This year, the 6th and 8th graders teamed up to raise awareness about problems across the world.
The 8th graders made a magazine about each region in the world and included current events articles and city profiles for their final examination for English and history.
The 8th graders also created Do Something PSAs to raise awareness about serious problems around the world.
The 6th graders created newspapers based on specific human rights that help them become better global citizens around the world.
When you begin your gallery walk, it is absolutely recommended that you begin at the center of the table where you see the map with all the areas that the issues of that table involve. See the places on those maps, as well as the 8th grade magazine, because it gives you a general overview. And then from there, you branch out to the specific topics. We always want to go from the general to the more specific.
Like I watched, for my primary source, I looked up a video documentary, and there was about women, and each of them had over 10 kids sharing all the same room with only $3. So it's like, and they have no dad probably. In Guatemala City, where the dump we just told you about, 80% of the people living in that dump are women. So there's not a lot of men as you would think.
And also in late 2007, there was a documentary film about Anna Dang and the children she worked with. It's called Recycled Life. It's narrated by Edward James Olmos.
Do you have any questions?
This is a picture of the New Orleans mission. And then 18,000 meals are distributed to homeless people throughout the month. And you can make donations by giving $39 to the mission for 19 meals, $102 for 50 meals, and $203 for 100 meals. And this goes to homeless people in New Orleans, which is how you get to the 18,000 meals. And then our 3D object is a to-go box, and that's what the Second Harvest Food Bank and the New Orleans Mission uses to distribute the food to the homeless people. And it normally consists of a sandwich, a fruit or a vegetable, a bag of chips, and a drink. So, and that's our 3D object, and this is our project.
In the flower industries, they're using harsh chemicals that aren't allowed in the U.S. because they're so toxic, and they're not given like proper protection or education on how to protect themselves from the pesticides. So they're developing like cancers, rheumatoid arthritis, asthma. They can develop severe headaches. Their children are being born with birth defects, and
Because they don't use protection in the fields, so they're coming home like drenched in chemicals, so their families are being infected. And the government and the flower companies and the pesticide companies aren't educating the workers about pesticides and like what they're doing basically to their health.
3 hours a day to sleep. So if I'm working 5 days a week and I only get 3 hours a day to sleep, then I only get 15 hours a week to sleep. I could barely make 3 nights on 15 hours of sleep.
On our poster, we have like our main question, like, would you be willing to pay more for a shirt that's chemical free? Because like this shirt, like it's just a Nike Pro shirt that's like dry fit and like normal, like you could get it anywhere for like maybe like $15 rather than a Task shirt. Have you ever heard of Task? Which they use bamboo to make their shirts, which is completely chemical free, but it has the same properties as what the chemicals are doing to shirts. Like they use the chemicals to make shirts dry fit, which is what bamboo basically is. Like it dries quickly. So and like that shirt would be $30 rather than $15. So it's like, would you be willing to pay more if you know that it's not hurting you?
What if I told you you could never go to school? Sounds great, right? But think, you could never have your dream job or realize your full potential. Well, for millions of girls around the world, this is their reality. Many girls from different cultures cannot go to school because their family cannot afford the fees. They are threatened with violence. They face long, unsafe walks to school, or they are forced into early marriage or pregnancy. If we help girls receive an education, they will be 6 times less likely to be forced into marriage. The probability of infant mortality will go down by 5 to 10%. India's economic value would increase by up to $5.5 billion, and the future earnings of the girls could go up by 10 to 20%.
What our students have presented today is just awesome. It's things that you don't hear on the regular news, and I would just love for the community to be able to hear and see these things from a close-up look, so detailed, and the things, like I said before, that we don't hear in the media, and it can help us all to make a difference in the world.
I just think this presentation today and all the work that went into it is so much more valuable than cramming for an exam and writing, just regurgitating what they've memorized. This is truly amazing. As a parent, I had no idea that all of this research was going on. I come in today and my socks are blown off. So great job, teachers, always. We love the school. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks.
We were both incredibly impressed with the level of detail, with the depth of knowledge, with the skill of production, with the sophistication of the production values across several different media. We looked at places all over the world, places where I've been many times, and I found that the values created and expressed were in-depth, were thought-provoking, and the projects were really well done. So thank you for letting us be a part of it by coming to see the projects.
I'm so impressed by all the work the students have done to raise awareness about so many topics, and also the beautiful destination magazines, all of the information about what to see and what to do and where to visit and current events and what's going on in the different areas. It's very impressive to see the amount of work they've done. And I also really enjoy, and one of the things I love about Trinity is that they then have to present that material, and it makes them be better speakers. They'll be better in their professional jobs. They'll be better students, and I think the whole project is fantastic, so thank you.
This is so impressive. I was really enjoyed watching these 6th grade presentations because I haven't seen them do this before, and the knowledge they had. And matter of fact, not only did I learn from them, but one of the groups on the Arab Spring, their poem brought me to tears. It was really amazing. And I'm also enjoying watching the 6th and 8th grade work side by side, and so that the 6th graders can see what the 8th graders are doing. And I'm really excited about seeing what they're going to do when they're in 8th grade.